There's not a game I played in that I wasn't high.
There it is. Yes. A lot of people remember the day when you got traded from the Vikings to the Seahawks. When you got to Seattle, like once you finally got there and got with the team, what was that experience like?
Oh man, if I could put it to you, just as lame as I could, those was probably the worst years of my life, just because it came with so much. My anxiety is that it's worse when I go into unfamiliar situations.
When did you realize that you had an anxiety disorder?
When I was diagnosed, I still didn't acknowledge it. But then when I started noticing is when I started speaking or going into different environments, particularly the press conference with the Seahawks. My shirt was sweating. They had to bring me water a couple times during my press conference.
What do you recall as the worst instance of you acting out as a result of anxiety?
My worst one, I would say, you know, the Super Bowl incident.
Was it Golden Tate?
Mm-hmm.
Take me through that. Who were y'all playing? What was going on throughout Super Bowl week, and what was the end result of that?
Thinking about it now, man, I can't even believe I did it. So we down at the Super Bowl, of course, the year in New York. We were playing the Denver Broncos, Peyton Manning. We had the practice facility. We had to practice inside because it was cold, snowing. And Golden did an interview. I had just sat out the previous game with a concussion. So the questions, how do you feel, you know, getting Percy Harvin back and, you know, getting some of y'all power back, you know, getting ready to play this, you know, tough Denver Broncos team. And the response was, we made it here without him, so, you know, whether he play or don't play, you know, we gonna be good.
So how'd you respond to that?
Fast forward, we went in the meeting room, and I kind of asked him about it, like, yo, bro, like, you know, what's going on? Like, you ain't happy for me? Like, this has been going on all season. I was so already wrapped up, it didn't even probably matter what his answer was. Anything he could have said, I still was going. You know, I was already at 10, so him adding 10.5 or whatever else, I was already there.
I had some sources in the Seahawks locker room that witnessed that, and they said you punched him into a laundry hamper. Did that actually happen? Let's
just say we locked up. You know, the owners had to come in the locker room, and the fact of hitting them into the trash can and all that type of stuff, it was true. Like I said, man, it was bad. The whole situation, what we keep harping on is that's what made it bad, because it was team pictures that day, and you can see tents in the picture. You don't see like a team ready to play Super Bowl.
You gave him a black eye 5 minutes before the team photo. What happened next?
Beast Mode was a peacemaker, and he was kind of just like, yo, you know, Pete wants you to do this and that. Like, let's just do this, man, so we can move on, and, you know, let's just move on. So, and actually that came the day of the game. We kind of gave that literally while we warming up, kick returners out and all that, and we kind of just like, man, it's a Super Bowl, man, it's all good, and we hashed it out that way. I never really had done this before, but to finally tell, you know, my man Dougie and Golden that them situations, they were on your boy, 100%.
What was your solution to kind of help cope with these anxiety situations that popped up?
Now you're looking at a guy that I was at the Mayo Clinic and I had at least 7 prescriptions that I was to take from Zoloft and all the other ones I was taking. And the only thing that really seemed to work is when I would smoke marijuana.
How often did you smoke, Percy?
There's not a game I played in that I wasn't high. And that's what I want the world to kind of see today, is it's not a stigma and, you know, people doing it and getting in a whole bunch of trouble. It's people that's just living regular life that just got deficiencies or just may want to enjoy themselves. It's a natural way to do so.
How crazy is that y'all still won the Super Bowl despite all this chaos? Am I wrong? Thanks for kicking it with us. Subscribe to BR to check out more dope videos like this one.